Good evening, my darlings. How are you doing today? I hope you are having a wonderful evening. I am trying to get to bed on time tonight, so hello, resting brain. How goes the day? Yeah, I'm trying to get to bed on time tonight, so hopefully this isn't too long of a quest.
No matter how busy life.
I guess we'll see. Also, we have other things to get done first before we get to the main event of the Raven's Legacy. Gotta pick up a few Moonfall Silver while I'm here. Though I already have more than I could possibly need. I'm pretty sure I do.
A half step too high, perhaps. Let's try that again, shall we?
You know, I could have done this while I was eating dinner.
Wait, are you
Could have started the stream a little bit earlier.
Hanky how to play the lyre?
No.
Yes. They were so happy to have it fixed. They practically haven't left my side. Playing the lyre has never been my forte, though. I'm more accustomed to hearing others play.
Oh, right. If you had a band, you'd totally be in charge of vocals, huh? When it comes to instruments, though, the Traveler's pretty much a prodigy. From the lyre to the jim drum, this one can do it all.
Take mercy, ma'am. I'm nothing special, honestly. Though I have been known to dabble.
Oh, is that so? In that case, perhaps you could teach them instead.
Alright then, why not? But what should I play?
I was having them practice the song I usually sing. Perhaps you remember how it goes. Or a different tune works as well. Rarely do the Kuhenki get to hear music from other places. I would be quite interested to hear something like that too.
Oh no, are we gonna have to play that rhythm game? What should I play? Let's try the one Columbina always sings. Well, if we teach them a song from another nation, they can always pick up how to play the song that Columbina plays. And at the same time, it's probably better if they are able to go along with Columbina. And then I can teach them other ones later. What tone should I go for? What? Let's try calm and gentle. Let's make it cheerful. Calm and gentle. Oops. Duh, it's lower. It's also got that extra line at the bottom to indicate that it's on the bottom row.
That was lovely.
I have great attention
So
to detail.
Really did
Yes,
memorize
indeed.
my tune.
Yeah, sure. That totally is what happened.
Whenever we hear your voice, sometimes we stop for a bit just to listen.
That's true. That is true.
The Kuhenki
I really need to
seemed quite
start
enraptured with your performance
the
as
stream
well.
in this area
Perhaps they
a lot
picked
more
up
often.
a few things. I might require your educational assistance again in the future. Come, give me your hand.
Huh? No! This was a free performance. No tuition fee required.
Tuition fee? I only thought the gentle glow of moonlight would make a fitting accompaniment for such a beautiful melody.
New Moon's embrace obtained. By the way, my luck as far as the Columbina and NF artifacts has not improved, and I haven't even checked the Hexerai ones. I don't think it's gonna be a good time. Oh, actually, there was something I wanted to check. It's friendship level 6 that we get the last Crumb Kake bolt, right?
Hurry up, Brassa! Kapow!
Wait, what? Didn't we already do this one?
Little dearie, you gotta eat your breakfast, or you're never gonna grow up big and strong.
I know. There is still lacquerberry residue hanging from the corner of its mouth.
Huh? What?
Its recovery is progressing smoothly. In a few more days, we can ask Miss Lauma to send it back to its herd. I know. I am sure you know that it deserves to go back home instead of staying with us.
But...
Did the Lady Moonchanter from the Frost Moon Scions not say as much when she came to treat the deer? Its family might be worried about it. Once it has recovered, it would be best to send it home.
You can go visit it.
I know, but, you know, it obviously hasn't recovered yet.
That is not what the... That's not what the
Does your
subtitles say.
leg still hurt? Do you want to go home?
I know. Didn't the Lady Moonchanter promise us that she would come and pick up the deer? When the time comes, let's ask her to listen to what the deer has to say again.
It would be cool if someone who's good at taking care of animals... Wait, what? Hold on. So can I'm sure I have a team that has llama in it somewhere. There we go.
I know. Didn't the Lady Moonchanter promise us that she would come and pick up the deer? When the time comes, let's ask her to listen to what the deer has to say again.
Hi, I'm here. Perhaps llama can help them.
This little one has recovered well, thanks to your diligent care. When I return, I'll ask around in advance. If fortune smiles on me and I manage to locate its herd, then the next time I come, it will be to send this fawn home.
But...
I understand. You cannot bear to see it leave. But this little rhyme-horned deer has its own family, and its father, mother, and friends must surely be worried sick. Once it is well, I believe it would be best to have it reunite with its own.
I know, but it's not well yet. Does your leg still hurt? Do you want to go home?
It says, it doesn't hurt anymore, but can you brush my fur again?
Okay, let me grab my comb. I just asked Nefa to make a new one yesterday. If you like it, you can take it back with you to your family. Wait. Where'd I put it? Let me go back home and dig around.
Then I shall take my leave. Once again, I thank you for taking such good care of the little one. I came in a rush today, so next time I shall prepare some gifts.
Yeah, you were summoned.
Go out of your way for gifts, Miss Lauma. Aino loves the deer, and I do too. It is only natural for us to care for it. Besides, Aino and I are happy to have the chance to talk to it.
Is that so? Well, the rhyme-horned deer is very fond of you, too. I'm sure it considers both of you its true friends. I believe this is a friendship that will not fade, even if you are worlds apart.
Like, is there no way that she can go visit? Sometimes? But what I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by the game hinting that I could bring Llama into that. It would be kind of cool if, seeing these anecdotes gave you a friendship experience. with the people, with the characters who participate. And I'm not just saying that because I want to get Inefa up to 6 friendships so I can get the thing from the guy. I genuinely think that would be nice, especially since, oh boy, is friendship a grind. Friendship. Yes, that is how words work. That is how words work indeed. Alright. It's time to start this quest, which I am sure will not be 5 hours long. Alright, now where exactly in Pyramida does this start? I could always just check the quest journal. It was not here. Don't think it's this. No, that leads up to the tippy top thing, to the cannon. Maybe, wait, there was a guy. Actually, I think he was for a different way. No, I think the guy that I'm thinking about was this way. I think we're supposed to talk to somebody, not check out a particular place. This guy wasn't here before. The more effort you put in now, the better your chances of victory will be down the road. Suffer now or suffer later. What are you doing here? As you can see, I'm preparing for future battles. It's unlikely I'll be joining them on the battlefield anytime soon, no thanks to my old injuries. But the least I can do is pass on my battlefield experience to others. Imparting your experience is also an important part of the job. That's all I can do at this point. The real battlefield is thousands of times tougher than any training ground. So we've got to get every bit of preparation done now. When that day finally comes, I hope they can all take the field, certain they will win. I should have everything with me, but no. Oh, never mind. You're the best one. Here's hoping. Already talked to that guy. Malusha. Now that I'm almost positive. Oof, mission complete. And now it's time for the platoon report. You know, I don't think I've ever seen your unit around. Of course. That's because I'm the only one left in it. Oh boy. I'm sorry I didn't know. Don't look at me like that. It's not like those idiots are dead or anything. Old man Nikita has Captain Inga doing menial chores now as punishment for being reckless in command earlier. The others were sent home on leave for emotional distress. That's all. Oh yeah, they're just traumatized. Don't worry about it. But Laurie, that idiot, had to play the hero and get himself seriously hurt. I told him that he shouldn't try to save me, no matter what happened. But he just had to act tough. Why aren't you home on leave then? There's no need for me to. If I go back to Nasha Town, I'll just be hearing that old fool go on and on about how I shouldn't have joined the Lightkeepers or followed in their footsteps. Hell, it was he and Uncle Sigurd who saved me back then. And it was he, Chicherin and the Ratnik, who adopted me and taught me how to fight. And now he's also the one who won't stop nagging me. Never mind. He might be terrified of the wild hunt, but not me. And he might have turned his back on the hero he once was, but I won't bring further dishonor to his name. Besides, it's probably better if I act on my own. I won't have to deal with military orders or worry about my teammates' safety, and I can focus on getting rid of those blasted monsters. Man, he nearly simped away his life. See, here's the thing. We have a Sumeru scholar right here that we could have gathered. We could have taken the plant study stuff and... Wait, isn't this Nasha Town? But this is where the map said to go. You're in Pyramida. Pyramida? I know that name. I've been getting lost left and right ever since I came to Nod-Krai. But I made it to Nod-Krai this time, didn't I? That's an improvement at least. Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe drop out. I think maybe you'd be... Your path is more, in the, fast food preparation department. Oh, gosh, whoops. And since we're already here, might as well stick around for a while and stock up on supplies before I head over to Nash Town. Hold on. Good news, no shortage of research topic. Okay, research topics. And then, are you a researcher? Yes, I'm a researcher from the Kasharawar Darshan. I don't remember which one that is. They call me Speedwalker Zenana. Wait, is that the one Ancient Civilizations? Or maybe it was Languages. They probably just say it to tease me. Or not Ancient Civilizations, Ancient Machines. Tease me. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that nickname. Of course, being a researcher means I have to get out and broaden my horizons. I decided to visit Nasha Town this time because I heard there are all kinds of new and interesting mechanisms there. Ah, so yeah, it is one mechanical researchers. But I got lost and ended up here instead. It's just like my mentor said. Zenana, make sure you know which way you're going before you set out next time. I have a feeling that what she does is it's kind of like, you know, with Skyrim, she's got like the waypoint, but she's just a little off. And you know, when you're just a tiny bit off when you start out, you're a long ways off when you reach your destination. And the further away it is, the further off you are. Okay, so it's not her. Probably could have gotten some of the stuff, some of the research notes to bring to her. Oh, it's here. So that she could, you know, bring it back to Omerta, but, you know, thinking ahead. Some of the rookies we've gotten lately are really undisciplined. We really need to straighten them out. You should cut the rookies some slack. Absolutely not. Yeah, for the record, I agree with her. The whole, like, you should cut the rookie, that's just me trying to find the quest marker, basically. Absolutely not. On a job like this, where you're constantly surrounded by danger, what each person does affects the survival of everyone. Even the rookies need to understand that. The chain is only as strong as its weakest link. A platoon only marches as fast as its slowest soldier, yada yada yada. And when you have a break in the line, that causes people to die. The Wild Hunt won't spare you just because you're a rookie. A single moment of complacency can lead to consequences you can't undo later. This was actually a major problem in the World Wars, is because of the attrition rate. They weren't training new soldiers properly, and so they'd add them to these units just kind of willy-nilly to say, basically, good luck. And they figured that it would just be the individual that they weren't training very well that would suffer the consequences, but it was actually the entire unit. So you had that 1 weak leak in the unit that would cause the entire unit to collapse. More people than just that weak leak would die, which would cause even more rookies to be added to the unit, and so on and so forth. Very important that you actually, And that's actually something that's been going on these days with a certain conflict, is that as the attrition rate gets higher and higher, they're training them less and less, and so that causes the attrition rate to climb. And that I figured there would already be close to a collapse there, but well, so there's been some delay in action as far as that goes. But anyway, discipline is our last line of defense at times like this. Do you really have to be so vigilant with logistics work too? Your dedication and professionalism are truly admirable. Oh, come on now. These are all basic qualities that any ratnik should have. So that's pretty much all of them. I'm getting close to setting up to calling the quest marker. Oh. Don't underestimate the power of horn shrooms, Outlander. Just as your lamps can dispel the darkness, the pigment you get from grinding these shrooms can help ward off the dark calamity. Let me see what you got. Okay. Okay. Certainly. I may not be a merchant, but I have heard your name carried on the night wind. Artumaini. If you wish to barter, please come forward. Oh. Well, that's nice. I mean, I don't have any... If I had known about this would have made raising an Effa a little bit easier. Although, well, I do still need to raise an Effa. But, you know what? Nah, it's fine. I can gather them without much trouble. And you are? I'm Kofitsi of Mictlan, Masters of the Night Wind. Okay. And I walk as a supplicant of the Way Up. It is they who sent me to show the Outlander warriors of Nod-Krai the way. Niflheim? Excuse me? That's the name that they're going with for Nod-Krai? Okay. That is an interesting name choice. Yet the guard named Levanti referred to me as a traveling merchant and ordered me to conduct my business here. But surely words of wisdom cannot be spoken to the foolish. No matter. The night wind will eventually make them know the secret truths I impart, the truths revealed by the Way Up in ages past. Tolfin? Tolfin? Well, I guess we found our lead. Tolfin, what are you doing here? Ah, fantastic. Just the duo I was waiting for. Huh? How did you know we would come here? Have you been following us since we parted at Blue Amber Lake? That was a long time ago. I was only joking. I came back to visit my parents and just so happened to be running errands here in Pyramida when I spotted the two of you. Paimon sees? Huh. So you have family here? What's strange about that? Just like a raven is born to raven parents, people don't magically appear out of thin air. That's not what Paimon meant. Though come to think of it, we're not really that close, and Paimon can see how it was kind of a personal question. Can I ask a question that isn't so personal? Good idea. Tolfin knows everyone and everything. He just might have the info we need. You recount your experiences searching for and finding the proofs of the Cognoscenti after leaving Blue Amber Lake. So, Tolfin, do you have any idea where the last proof of the Cognoscenti might be? I do have a few thoughts. However, seeing as how it's the Traveler, he'll probably be fine. From everything I've heard about your adventures, I believe he should be able to overcome the trial. There's another trial? It isn't going to be impossible, is it? Of course not. Besides, I have total confidence in your abilities, Traveler. Well, I mean, to be fair, the last one was impossible and we still managed to do it. And defeat all these guys without a weapon. Oof. That's rough. The last proof of the Cognoscenti is actually with my grandmother. I'm on my way to visit her now. Why don't you tag along? Seriously? What are the chances? Tolfin's grandmother. What do you think she's like, Traveler? Do you think she's the kind of sweet old lady who loves to tell stories? I think we're being led into a trap. She does tell stories, but never mind. You'll see when we get there. Go to the place indicated by Tolfin. Alright. Let's take the teleport. It's very... This map marker. I should have realized that this would probably be where it would go. Seems weird for her to be out here in the middle of nowhere, though. Seems kind of dangerous in a place like Niflheim. Oh. Well. Look who's remembered to visit. Did you take care of that matter for me, you little brat? Sorry, Virtuous. I'm, trying to do a quest. Of course I did. Would I dare show my face here if I hadn't? This is my grandmother. Though I'm sure she'd rather be known as Hiljeta, the Black Barrel Hag, than a field merchant's grandmother. She doesn't look anything like Tolfin at all. She's far too serious. I hear that a lot. But at the end of the day, we're family. And we're a lot more alike than people think. This is Traveler, and this is Paimon. They've already found the other proofs of the cognoscenti. Oh, so you've already found the other 4? Well, that takes some real talent. But I'm afraid you're going to have to let me see that talent for myself. Seeing as the brat brought you in, I won't make things too hard for you. Excuse me. How about we just trade a few moves? Hold on a second. This something about this doesn't feel right. And what exactly is the problem? If you want to get your hands on the great treasure, you'll naturally need to get past me first. She's the stubborn old bag of bones, but once she sees what you can do, everything will be on the table. Come on, Traveler, it's in your hands now.
Come on then, show me what you've got.
What? Give it everything you got. I won't want you holding back and then whinge about losing. Wait, is this the last local legend? I think this is the last local legend.
Let's see you handle this.
Okay. Easy, Modo. You didn't die, did you, old lady? Not bad at all. You do have promise. Here, this is the proof of the cognoscenti you've been seeking. But if you want to claim the great treasure, there's still one final path you'll have to tread. There's the flower. Not that it'll hold him back, not considering how sharp the little lad is. He's a far more fitting heir to the treasure hoarders than you are, you useless lump. Heir to the treasure hoarders? Me? Huh? So Granny is a treasure hoarder? And Tolfin, you too? I guess you could say that. Paimon never would have guessed. You don't look like a treasure hoarder. Don't tell Paimon you knew about this all along, Traveler. I figured it out pretty quickly. I swear I had no idea. Don't tell me you didn't explain it to them. Were you really planning to deliver the great treasure to a couple of know-nothings who couldn't tell a treasure hoarder if they introduced themselves and brought them to their grandmother? They've shown they have what it takes to gather the proofs of the cognoscenti, and they handled your challenge just fine. In fact, weren't you praising them just now? You little... All right. Don't give yourself a heart attack. I'll explain everything to them right now. I'll see to it that Traveler is willing to be the treasure hoarder's heir, exactly as you wanted. And you really think you can make all of that clear to them, lickety-split? If you remember, in the last quest, there was reference to Reed Miller being the originator of the treasure hoarders. So, yes. What are you so worried about? You won't shut up about how I'm just like that good-for-nothing Brahe. At least I inherited his gift for smooth talking, didn't I? Tolfin leads you to a quiet corner to talk. So what's really going on here? All we heard is that if we collect all 5 proofs of the cognoscenti, we can find the great treasure hidden east of the moon, west of the sun. Are you seriously telling Paimon that we'd have to take over as leaders of the treasure hoarders just to get Reed Miller's treasure? Honestly, all this air talk is weirding Paimon out. It's hard to imagine anyone leading the treasure hoarders. Exactly. There are people who call themselves treasure hoarders in every corner of Tevat these days, and that's where the problem lies. Well, we might be able to face reality. My stubborn old grandmother still dreams of a day when the treasure hoarders can restore their glory from the days of Reed Miller. She fantasizes that someone will come along and rally the masses. Let the dead bury the dead, and rise to build an Elysium for the hungry and the poor on the wealth of the high and haughty. While most of us have heard how Reed Miller stole from the rich to help the poor, very few know that the treasure hoarders once defended Elysium from the dark abyss. It was the treasure hoarder's golden age. It was the worst of times, and yet somehow it was also the best. Really? Really? You're gonna pull the old Tale of Two Cities thing? I don't know. Maybe things are still the same today, but that era has passed, and she'll have to accept that someday. You're not wrong, but what are we supposed to do about it? Before we go any further, Traveler, are you willing to serve as heir to the treasure hoarders and see that Reed Miller's dream is one day fulfilled? I have my own dreams to fulfill. I just want to inherit the treasure he left behind. My own dreams to fulfill. Just as I thought. Then how about we do it this way? Let's put on a little show. I think it would have been better if I have my own dreams to fulfill, and it would be like, oh yeah, that's what he would have wanted to hear, or something like that. I think that would have been a cooler thing. But anyway, again. That's what you said back at Blue Amber Lake. Sure, you helped us get the proof of the cognoscenti back then, but who knows when you'll use those same sneaky tricks on us. Why would I do anything to thwart you when we're already such good friends? Now, instead of being suspicious, how about we focus on what we're going to say? You have a brief discussion with Tolfin about how to convince Hiljeta. According to Tolfin, simply mentioning the name Avrelion should be enough to gain her trust, and if she ever brings up the name Brahe, all you have to say is that you don't agree with his methods. That was the name, by the way, that we heard in the bunker, was Brahe. Apparently he was impersonating Reed Miller. That wasn't just the dude being crazy. As for who these two people actually are, Tolfin says it's a long story and promises to explain everything in detail when he gets the chance. So, what do you say, little lad? Are you in? I will fulfill Avrelion's dream. Good. That's the spirit. If it weren't for that little brat acting just like that good-for-nothing Brahe, the proof of the cognoscenti wouldn't have been scattered and lost for so long. We're nothing like Tolfin, or that Brahe McCullet fellow. You can rest assured. Even I have to admit that Traveler is the most suitable candidate to inherit the great treasure. Then it's settled. All that's left is for you to retrieve the great treasure. At the treasure site, you'll likely run into a few tricks left behind by that good-for-nothing. I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything he came up with. Paimon still has no idea where east of the moon, west of the sun could be. It sounds like a term for twilight. Oh, that. Well, it's beyond the horizon, yet so close you can touch it. Also, I won't be joining you for the next trial, so here's wishing you all the best. Still, I'll be in Pyramida for a little while longer, so please let me know if everything goes well. I'm counting on the both of you. This is the Nod-Krai's whatchamacallit. The
Running late again.
Ordo Narcissan Cruz Ordo. quest. Their version of it. Super long, super involved, requires a whole bunch of weasels. What? Got 5 iron coins hanging from its tail. What do we get? What if we get them to the statue? Oh. Anyway, really long, really involved, very story-driven quest that really should be voice acted, so I don't have to do the work for it. Got enough money. You had enough money to hire a whole legion of voice actors for quests like this, and I really think they should. But oh well, whatever. Well, hello, weasel thieves, friends of Reed Miller, I presume. Well, inheritors of the friends of Reed Miller. That was the sidekick that was mentioned when we did the one. Hold on. The one here, right? Was a weasel thief. Suspicious notice. Gold is noble and silver bright, but which metal would truly please the iron-faced gatekeeper's sight? As the saying goes, like calls to like, so perhaps the answer is already cut and dried. A line of tiny text is written in the center of the notice, easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. If all else fails, winning by brute force still makes you the hero. Okay. So if you can't figure out, Paimon can't make sense of any of this. It's iron. Like calls to like. Look, 3 keys. Open the door once there's... So yeah, even if you can't figure out that rather simple riddle, pick up the metal key. Iron key. You know, you could have said metal. I mean, you could have said iron rather than metal. But, okay. Its pattern doesn't match any of the other iron coins, but... Okay, well, you know, whatever. I believe this is where we get the last teleport beacon, too, for that achievement. Just lots of food, huh? Lots of food that somehow hasn't spoiled, or is it what weasel thieves have brought? Hmm? What? It dug up an explosive barrel? Okay. Okay. Hello. Oh. Also, hello.
Stay back!
Defensive mode engaged.
Yeah, look out below!
What is this now?
Woo!
So I do wonder if maybe the whole Elysium thing is... Oh, gosh.
Okay!
Cleanup sequence in the...
Headbutt! Heads up!
I was wondering, I was pretty sure that Overload does the
So shiny!
heavy hit thing, but I wasn't sure. Should probably get Klee. Especially now with the whole Hexerai thing.
Hero incoming!
Klee and Albedo. Especially Albedo.
Look out below!
I think he would probably be the best support for Noelle Wet Rock. But I don't know about Luha. That was too dangerous. Okay. So what do we do? That. I guess we need to
Defensive mode engaged.
Okay, that works.
Estimating value of acquired items.
Because the little robot thing doesn't take damage, so that actually works out quite well. Oh, interesting. This is about an iron key. And also, does this lead to somewhere, or is it just there to be pretty? Just there to be pretty, it looks like. Oh, hello. Is that... Did that do anything? Hello? Was there a reason for me to blow that up? I don't think anything changed down here. Apparently not. Apparently there was no reason for me to blow it up, but I did it anyway. Let's see if maybe there's another side to this. Oh. Apparently there's not. Did I get a dick spot notification? No. Okay. What? There are more of these strange iron coins here. Ooh boy. Did I seriously stick an apple with the poverty wings? I apologize. All right, let's figure out what we want to give her. I think probably that. Let's see. That one looks okay. Does look kind of nice. I'm kind of liking that. But to be fair, I like that just in general. Let me make sure I didn't have the poverty wings on Columbina. No. Okay, good. Hello. Elemental skill replaced by event-specific skill. Alright, what's the hint? The stubborn weasel digs the dirt, its hurried form unseen. The key is given darkly where the moving shadows screen. Let clanging iron coins fall and halt right at its feet. A forceful claim may yet yield a bounty sweet. A line of tiny text is written in the corner of the notice, easy to miss if one isn't paying attention. The little ones have picky tastes, so use what they like to tease out their trace. Okay. All right. Please collect more iron coins. Okay. Oh, I see. That's what these are. They're the charges for the skill. Oh, come on. Totally hit that one, too. What? You gotta collect them all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Weasel thieves. Ugh. Looks like a paw. Like a paw print. Looks like some animal stepped on that steak. Run out of... they probably should have fixed that. And there it is. The last... Oh. Whoa, so shiny. We won't need to take any more commissions from the Adventure Skill. Come on, let's go take a look. Goodness. This has to be, like, a scam, right? Like, there isn't gonna be just an absolute crap ton of Mora. another weasel thief statue. It's like it's not enough. If only we had another cup of special iron coins. Why don't we take a look around? Well, where's all the Mora? This is just a bunch of iron coins. Okay. Yeah. Come on! I'm mashing F. There we go. Let me guess. The true treasure was the weasel thief friends we made along the way. And that is why it's all these iron coins. So it's hiding here all along. There could be more chests hiding under all these coins, but between the two of us, we'll be digging forever. Although, to be fair, you know, iron does have some value. Just saying. Investigate the chest. Okay, well. Oh. I thought the first weasel thief gave us an iron. Oh boy. The heck is this?
Stop that!
Abomination.
For the
Wait, a moonlit night.
Or is this...
ultimatum protocol.
I think this might be... the last local legend. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we can go back to the Adventurers Guild and check it out and be able to figure out who is who. You dead, son. No, not to get between me and my treasure. My treasure. Can you please actually read the note? Stop disappearing! To you, my esteemed guest who has gathered all the proof of the Cognoscenti. If you're reading this note, it means you've successfully solved my puzzle. Congratulations. Well done. Now, the legendary great treasure you're looking for is right in front of you. You're welcome. Please enjoy yourself. These unclaimed riches are the spoils due to the Cognoscenti. However, as the founder of the treasure hoarders, I would like to give you one more piece of advice. No matter who you are, exposing mountains of wealth to the light of day, flaunting it in pursuit of glory and vanity, thereby attracting the envy and covetous eyes of countless onlookers, it is not a wise move. Please take these treasures, which belong to you alone, away quietly. Then, remove this note and pretend you never found anything. Let people believe that the proof of the Cognoscenti still lies scattered across every corner of this continent, waiting to be gathered by those fortunate few chosen by fate. Let the story continue to circulate. Let those who dream of sudden riches continue their hard work. This way, the wealth you've obtained after countless trials will sit much more safely in your hands. Well, that explains things, doesn't it? Guess it wasn't about the friends we made along the way. Whoa! There was a ship under all that? So that we're pulls. Okay. But why a ship? Oh, who cares? The great treasure could be aboard. Come on, the suspense is killing Paimon.
So shiny.
You know what? 2 common chests and a precious chest. I will take it. The legendary pirate Captain Reed Miller. No, the master thief Reed Miller was the legendary pirate Captain Reed Miller all along. How could we have been so blind? Brahe's note. So Brahe actually did get the treasure. Rumors about the proof of the Cognoscenti have been spread. Once people know that a key exists, they won't go out of their way to find alternative means of entry. All I have to do now is fabricate a few tales of treasure hunters who tried to take shortcuts but came up empty-handed. then spread them under the names of Brahe the Bard and Grand Duke Trubetskoy. That should be more than enough to convince future generations of the necessity of seeking the proof of the cognoscenti. Like his greedy father, the new Grand Duke Trubetskoy heard rumors of the treasure and schemed to seize even the gifts the Master Thief had left for the poor. And what magnificent treasure it was, more splendid than the gold of Hisi, more dazzling than the silver of Keitsgrad. Even the flesh and blood of the Lord of Geo could scarcely measure its worth. Such was the vast hoard of iron coins that the Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Wait, that's not right. If I were to list the treasure's contents outright, some people would lose interest. Such was the treasure that the Master Thief left behind, wealth enough to shake the very economy of the northern lands. Even a bard with such nimble lips and silver tongue as I could scarcely recount it in full. But, oh, never mind. Alright, that'll do. And lastly, I'll spin something about how the new Grand Duke Trubetskoy was effortlessly bested by the Master Thief's companion, a beauty known as Wagtail. As long as it's written in a sufficiently dashing manner, I'm sure Miss Alia wouldn't mind. So Alia was Wagtail all along. Huh. So I guess I was wrong about the whole Weasel Thief thing. Look, it mentions Brahe over here. Looks like he was the one who made these records. So iron coins were really the currency back in the day? That means a mountain of these things could truly be called a great treasure. So hold on. The light bearer, the one who started no, it wasn't the light bearer. He was the one who started the light keepers, right? Was that Reed Miller then? Because I've been suspecting that for a long time, and this seems to indicate that. There've been a lot of indications. Because there were three, right? There was the Moonchanter, there was Alia, and there was Ayla, Alia, and the light bearer. I forget what particular title he was given, but then sometimes instead of, and sometimes there's reference to Reed Miller being friends with, so. Ugh. If only we'd come here a few hundred years ago, we'd be rich. But iron coins aren't worth much more these days. As they say, value lies in scarcity. Exactly. So if we can find this prototype iron coin he wrote about, collectors are sure to go crazy for it. Paimon bets we could get a pretty penny for that one. Too bad we don't know where it's buried. Are we really supposed to dig up this whole place by ourselves? We'll get a dressing down from the Black Barrel Hag if we don't. Oh yeah, you're right. You mustn't get in on the wrong side of her. You might be able to handle her attacks, but Paimon will have to fly far, far away. And speaking of the Black Barrel Hag, now that Paimon has seen Brahe's notes and all these iron coins, she finally understands why that old lady wants to bring back the good old days. To her, those days must have been the real Elysium. Paimon thinks we're living in a pretty wonderful time too. You and Paimon, and all the friends we've met on our journey, this is our golden age. The real treasure was the friends we made along the way! That's probably how Tolfin feels as well. He chose not to share the full history of the treasure hoarders with us because he didn't want us to bear the weight of expectation. It looks like this adventure ends here. Getting all 5 proofs of the cognoscenti wasn't easy. Paimon knows it was far from a fruitless journey, but she can't help feeling a little disappointed. By the way, why do you think this ship is here? Perhaps it sank under the weight of a greed it could not bear. Maybe it's a ship of dreams that ran aground before it ever set sail. Yeah, greed. That's definitely the issue, right? Like this whole oh yeah, we're just gonna gather this proof of the cognoscenti and then just get this treasure, and then it completely ignores what, the whole, adding value to society and acquiring wealth that way. If you want to acquire wealth, maybe add something of value to society. That's how you do it. It would be risky to scale with all those heavy coins on board. Even if they didn't sink, they might get robbed. But this is a treasure hoarder ship. They're not usually the ones who would need to be scared. That's such a shame. Even though the ship is hundreds of years old, it still looks almost new. Traveling would be so much easier if we had a boat as big as this, don't you think? I'll be the captain, and Paimon, you can be the chief mate. Well, we could always buy a boat. We got well over 1 million more. Aye, aye, Captain von Richter. Tying the jib to the mizzen mast and racing the port side anchor to the load line, Captain. I have... I mean, I know what raising the port side anchor means, and Captain, but that's about it. How convincing is Paimon's chief matiness? Come on, take the helm and let's set sail. Try taking the helm. Ooh. Sounds like there's gonna be something fishy that goes on. Pony Island's just up ahead. Nothing about it looks particularly special. Oh. Really, I'm still not happy about this. I mean, the treasure hoarders here has been marked by the governor. If we take it... Don't worry. We still have a few more days before the drill's over. And by the time the governor notices, we'll already be in Shenzhen. It's not what's bothering me. What if he ends up on the hook for telling us where the treasure is? Who? Oh, you mean that Brahe kid? What do you care? Is that if you... Oh, and I haven't? I don't even have it on auto, by the way. What are you talking about? You said that kid... you said that kid are nothing alike if you... Okay. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. He might be adopted, but he's still the governor's son. I hope you're right. Maybe if we can... Oh, okay, never mind. We just missed the end because of that. Okay. So this is what Bounty Island looks like. Guess it really does live up to its name. What are we gonna do with the loot? Same as usual? Though, if we're taking it back to Snezhnograd... Oh, that... Well, I thought that might be a woman, but I guess not. Why not give it to the kids on the streets? I ran into them a few days ago while out on patrol. That kid with the conch shells struck me as a smart one. They'll know what to do with the treasure, and who best to share it with. Suits me. Let's do it your way. But compared to the treasures on display in the governor's palace, these little trinkets are hardly even worth the bother. Even in a backwater like this, those arrogant fools still indulge in their outrageous extravagance. Their shiny facade can't hide the fact they're already rotten to the core. Have you seen it yet? This place is no different for Snezhnograd. But see, this is... Well, whatever. I'm gonna save you the rant. I gotta be getting to bed pretty darn soon. So, we'll get done with this, and then I'll head out. Well, we have a few things to do after this quest, but anyway. Are we really supposed to fight to protect people like this? And protect them from those we have no quarrel with? The unseen, the downtrodden, the despised? I understand your anger, but there's not much we can do. There's not much we can do right now. But sooner or later, we have to upturn the status quo, to weed out the corruption root and stem. I must rise to the top, by any means necessary. I count myself lucky to have ended up fighting by your side, Sylvain, but I often find myself looking back to where I came from. It's a place my brothers and sisters remain, where they continue to endure hardships they should never have to bear. Tell me, those innocent souls, were they born to suffer like this? If it's the law that is causing their suffering, then I shall rewrite the law. And if it's the corrupt nobles, then I shall purge them from their ranks. One day, I'll raise an Elysium that belongs to us on this land, a land that has always belonged to us. I believe in you, Relia, and know you can accomplish your dream. Let's not talk about that now. Even thieves have their code, so I'll leave this behind. That way, governor will know who took his treasure. It's just a pity I won't get to see his reaction myself. That would be a sight to behold. Eh? Huh? What? What just happened? We found a treasure hoarder ship under a pile of iron coins. Then you took the helm. After that, it felt like a dream. And then somehow, we ended up here. Those two, they mentioned someone called Brahe. Either it's a crazy coincidence, or they must be from a long, long time ago. At the very least, we know they have a connection to this place. Yeah, and from what they were saying, there was once some treasure buried here. And even though they made off with it, it seems... My gosh, I am so sorry. I am screwing this up completely. It seems they left something else in its place. Again, that was rough. Give me a second. Let's see if we can find it first. Can't hurt to look. If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be somewhere around here. God, Paimon can't believe it's still here. Why didn't the governor come to collect it? Interesting. Huh? This is what they left here? Isn't this... Paimon doesn't understand. Let's ask Tolfin about it. Oh, Paimon almost forgot. We should tell him what happened with the great treasure, too. Well, speaking of treasure,
So
first
shiny.
iron coin. O raven, king of all birds, felled in a net amidst the thorn bush, cunningly unfurled. I stand upon the hazel and the alder high, to hear the birds sing for me loudly by. Oh. Well, there's a treasure. Let me guess, it's way up there. Yeah. And we'd have to do the time trial thing to get it. Well. Let's do the time trial thing. And then we can talk to Tolfin. Wow, what a surprise! Who could have foreseen this? Oh, hey, look at that. We got the Lunoculus.
Heads up! So shiny.
I thought it was gonna lead us here, though. But no. It's the scary Geodude. Hello, scary Geodude. I'm gonna kill you now. If that's okay with you.
Installation chamber deployed. Annihilation mode.
Look out below! Right! Headbutt! Hero incoming! Yeah!
Easy modo.
So shiny.
Alright. Now we go back.
Running late again.
Why is that there, I wonder? Oh. Hello? What? Okay. Not allowed to talk. I guess. I'll have to talk to her. I haven't earned it yet. Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, have you two found the great treasure already? If you mean that pile of old iron coins. We left those iron coins exactly where we found them. Well, actually, they're on top now. You tell Tolfin what happened at the treasure site and the strange things that happened after you boarded the ship. For some reason, they left behind some sort of raven insignia. It seems the Earth remembers far more than we could ever imagine. As a storyteller, I can't help but feel humbled by that. He's our brahe, huh? After all, human life is fleeting, and oral history is prone to errors. Some stories may even be lost forever. Yet the Earth's true memory no doubt remains true. I think it could only have been Avrelian who left that raven insignia. You may be more familiar with another of his names, Reed Miller. Duh? Paimon, are you really shocked by this? The extremely obvious. Huh? You mean that was the legendary thief Reed Miller? Paimon would never have guessed by looking at him. From what you described, the things you saw almost certainly happened before the treasure hoarders were even formed. It's said that back then, he liked to play the role of a heroic thief with his military academy buddies, stealing from the rich and helping the poor. I really hate that twisting of the Robin Hood mythos. It wasn't about stealing from the rich. It was about stealing from the people. So the sheriff of Nottingham stole from the people. It wasn't just the poor that he stole from, but it was also, you know, people who we consider pretty not wealthy, but upper middle class at least by medieval standards, like the blacksmiths and the carpenters and things like that. But he taxed them into poverty in order to buy votes with tax money from the nobles and various other individuals that were close to him, hence why they went after Friar Tuck, because they thought he might have been involved in that, but he wasn't. I don't think he was, anyway. I don't remember exactly, but anyway. And so, yeah, and so Robin Hood stole from those nobles who were supporting the Sheriff of Nottingham, who were being paid off with the tax money that was taken from the people, and he returned that tax money to the people. But that doesn't really benefit the government now, does it? Especially in a capitalist society where politicians are no longer amongst the wealthiest individuals. They can certainly get a lot of money through fraud and grift, and money laundering, bribes, and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, they won't be the wealthiest. Because capitalism instead rewards people who contribute to society. Wow, what a concept. And that's what Robin Hood was about, though. It was about opposing taxation, and especially about opposing the buying of political power with tax money. That might have a few parallels to modern society if you think about it for just a minute. In fact, the Raven insignia was derived from the family crest of his noble-born academy classmate. Goodness. But that's all in the past, though I shan't bore you with the details. Anyway, seeing as our fates appear to be intertwined, how about you two take this Raven insignia as a keepsake? I assume accepting this doesn't automatically make me the treasure hoarder's heir. Haha, there's no need to worry. Like I said, the golden age of the treasure hoarders is over. However, there is still one slight problem. My stubborn grandmother seems to have taken a liking to you. If she ever asks for a friendly sparring match, please don't turn her down. And don't pull your punches either. Yes, she is the new local legend. Oh, she's so much stronger than a regular old lady. We wouldn't dream of doing anything but pummeling her with everything we've got. No. Well then, the great treasure buried east of the moon, west of the sun, has been claimed by a pair of remarkable adventurers, and this performance too has come to its close. Allow me to play you a tune to express my wish that every step of your journey be filled with mystery, and every path may bring you jubilation. Go ahead and sit and listen for a while. Or not. You were gonna play a tune? What happened to that, huh? Okay, I'm mad. I was looking forward to, like, the tune that they had composed specifically for this moment, and they were just like, nah. Nah. Or it could have just been a tune that we've been hearing, like, you know, the whole thing with Columbina. We hear her tune all the time, and that the song had deeper meaning and all that. But sure, whatever. Disappoint me, why don't you? I've come to expect it from you, game. I'm joking, by the way. Don't take that seriously. Actually, no, we wouldn't. Yeah, it would let us know if we were able to. So yeah, we still got more of that that Eye of Sauron thing that we gotta explore. Into the Gaping Maw, I think I'm gonna call the stream when we explore this area up here. But for now, it's fine. And then we'll go ahead and check just to confirm. Just to confirm. Confirm.
Ad Astra.
Yep, there she is. Ashvale Peak. What? Okay. Oh, we get Treasure Hoarder or Golden Raven and Sing. Oh my gosh. Duh. Golden Raven and Sing. Well, I never looked at the name. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've looked at the name before, but I didn't register it. Yeah, let's see. 5 and 6. So we just need to defeat all of them once, and then probably do the Crabsar thing. Convert at least 10 of the Crabsar's Stoneborn seeds. That should be easy. And then we get this. So we're gonna have to work on that at some point. And they're tough though. You need to go and search Ashvale Peak Nod-Krai. Okay. So yeah, next time though, probably actually not going to be doing any of this stuff, because I would kind of like to get the Imaginarium Theater stuff done. Now, I could do that off stream, but I figure, you know, why not? Why not do it on stream? But yeah, I'll probably take like a picture of this or something like that, like up on top of this mountain for the thumbnail. Let's see. Maybe not this mountain. Let's see. Oh my gosh! Why? Why do you do these things to me, game? Oh, that's why. Okay. Once again, gotta eat the food. I should have eaten the food before the stream. I need to start doing that. I need to start eating the food before the stream, and then we won't have to worry about having to eat the food at the start of the stream. Because we're doing the exploration thing. I mean, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Imaginarium Theater. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I need to figure out what teams, because I had to switch browsers, and so now all of my Genshin Optimizer stuff is gone. And that includes which characters I planned on bringing. Yeah, it's something like over here, maybe. Maybe trying to go onto the mountaintop wouldn't be a good idea. Ooh, boy. Spooky. But yeah, like something like this. And I'll call it Into the Gaping Maw. Obviously, like, I wouldn't be gliding, because you gotta... Yeah, cannot take picture in current state, but, like, somewhere around here. Anyway, that's aside from the point. Point is, let's head back to town so we don't get attacked while I'm doing the outro. Point is that it's time for the stream to end so I can get to bed. And we'll do the morning stream in about 9 hours. A little over 9 hours. So yeah, anyway. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope the rest of your night is a good one, and I will see you later.